Mr. Bing Tyus has been running baseball in this county a lot longer than you and I have even thought about it.
The dean of Polk County baseball.
Absolutely. Polk State College Hall of Famer, Polk County Sports Hall of Fame Hall of Famer, and a long list of accolades. And Bing, welcome back to the show. We really appreciate all you do for Polk County.
Great to be with you, Neil, Jack. Always.
Good seeing you.
Oh, I thought he was just going to stop with me.
Yeah.
I was like, he does know you. Well, Bing,
he won't claim me.
Bing, before we start talking about Scoutball USA, of course, which you're the president of Scoutball, talk about how you have seen, we talked on our first segment with Craig about how we've seen the high school sports change over the year and more opportunities and things like that. How have you seen the progression of sports and the opportunities for youngsters impact the sport that you've been involved in for decades?
It is incredible how it's changed. We were just talking, I went to the summit that you guys hosted, which was absolutely fantastic. And we were talking about the changes. And actually I was fortunate to talk with Coach Schaefer, and we were talking about the same thing. You know, kids used to play all sports. They don't do that now, specialize. And I've been pretty fortunate to run these baseball events since the early 90s, and it has changed immensely, just changed crazy.
Jack talked about it in our first segment, and just as a follow-up to that, the facilities, because Polk County, and we talked about it with Craig, Polk County's done a great job at the county level and the municipal level to create these facilities. They're going to generate hundreds of millions of dollars of economic impact, but also bolster the quality of life. As someone who lives in Polk County but runs events all over the place, but a lot of events here in Polk County, what has that investment meant to you, your business, and the athletes that you're attracting to Polk County to play, stay overnight, go to attractions, go to restaurants? How has that supply side investment benefited you as a event rights holder?
Absolutely, big time, and the facilities in Polk County are second to none. It's been amazing to me, especially I ran the Chain of Lakes Park for Russ Matt this year, and it was amazing to me the college teams who came in there and their jaws dropped at that facility because it is absolutely gorgeous. NERP up in the Northeast, Lake Myrtle, Tigertown. Baseball events are phenomenal in Polk County, and it has just been amazing. And I've seen Polk County sports marketing grow since the early 90s, and that too, the growth there has been phenomenal. It's been wonderful me as a resident in Polk County to see this happen, and it's still happening, still growing.
Yes, sir.
So you've got the Scoutball kickoff coming up. Tell us a little bit about the Scoutball organization and what you guys strive for.
Scoutball grew out of a desire to help kids go someplace. And our main focus is to host events that, number one, help student athletes improve their skills. Number two, provide opportunities where we can showcase them in front of colleges and professional scouts. I don't like to boast, but we probably have the best event in the state of Florida when we run our JUCO series events. And we will have 250 scouts and college coaches at those events, and we really do help kids go places. And we have found out there seems to be a place for just about everybody.
Mm-hmm. Well, to that point, whether it's recruiting for a high school kid to go to college or events recruited into Polk County, it doesn't and should not always be about Division I athletes. And we won't get into the portal side of it. But to your point, there's multiple levels of competition. And not everyone has to go to Division I to have that opportunity to get their education, and I'll just frame it as in other opportunities that come along with NIL and things like that. So to your point, when you host those events here in Polk County, you're looking to help these student athletes at multiple levels, correct?
Exactly, at all levels. And like I said, there is a place I have found for everybody. And it's exciting for me to be able to provide that opportunity.
Well, do you pull that passion for that placement, that recruitment? Because obviously a long-time athletic director at Polk State College, but also a long-time baseball coach there. So you are already part of that process of developing players and then moving them on to the next level. Do you think that's where your passion came from?
Absolutely. There's no doubt about that.
What were some of the successes that you saw that, I'm sorry,
Go on.
I just, when Bing is
Yeah,
here, I get
yeah.
very excited because there's so much knowledge.
We've
too.
hit the same questions each time because I was going to ask them the same.
Oh, no, please, after you.
So which players
Exactly.
are looking back? Which players would you point out that were ones that you sort of looked at along the way to help out?
You know, the greatest thing I think for me has been the players who come back. But I can look at some of my ex-players, the head coach at Auburndale High School, the head coach at Bartow High School, Santa Fe High School. A lot of my ex-players are out there coaching. I get to see them all the time still, and that's just a wonderful thing. So I've had some players make it to the big leagues. I've had a lot of players through the college ranks, and I have college players coaching high school baseball now, and that's exciting for me.
I was going to say it's sort of the link also between yourself and Coach Schaefer for our next segment is the fact, I mean, this is part of the legacy is not only what they've done here themselves personally, but the number of folks that have left, come back, continue to contribute to the county and just magnify the good works that you've done to help other folks.
The reward is so great. Coaches don't make a lot of money, but the rewards when it's over with all of the ex-players coming back, can't beat that.
Well, I think it's always important to have this conversation to point out to our viewers at home and then, you know, committees and leadership groups that there's such connectivity in sports. It's a fabric of this community, whether it's from the recreational to the or to the high school to the competitive, because this county gets sports, and that's why developing our youngsters and then letting them go off and do their thing and then come back, to your point, about giving back to the community and coaching, but also the dollars and cents. This industry creates jobs in Polk County, and it creates a better life for the residents of Polk County, which is exciting. And we celebrate that each and every year, so that was a segue. June 16th, the Polk County All Sports Awards and Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Of course, a few years ago, you were inducted into the Polk County Sports Hall of Fame. Our next guest this year will be inducted into the Polk County Sports Hall of Fame. But it's exactly for the reasons that we just talked about that some of these individuals get inducted, because they build a brand and they sustain that brand for Polk County, and that brand is sports, whether it's recreational or competitive. And this will be our fourth straight year of over $200 million of economic impact. Back to your point from the early 90s, that number, as it was just getting started, who could imagine that it would have grown to this point?
It is amazing, and if you don't mind, I want to just shout out and say thanks to Mark Jackson, thanks to Polk County Sports Marketing for the leadership and drawing everybody together. And the reason we're successful is because of that. Everybody works together here, and it's a beautiful thing.
What website, if someone wants some information about Scoutball USA, whether it's, you know, what's going on this weekend over at the chain, or if it's a different event, or how they can get a team, and it's not necessarily that there aren't occasionally local teams, but there's a lot of teams coming in from out of the area. So what information should they just go to the visitcentralfloridasports.com website and get to your information on the website that way, or what's the best way for that?
Yeah, we just worked on that, integrating those, but scoutballusa.com, or you can go to the Visit Central Florida website.
All right. Well, Bing, thank you so much. We really appreciate the time, and we look forward to future events. And again, as it was said earlier, baseball and softball have long been kind of the bread and butter, if you will, of that economic impact. But diversifying that sports portfolio has always been a key to bring more guests in. So, Bing, thank you for your part in that, and we look forward to having you back.
Thank you, guys.
All right.